Welcome back everyone. In today's video, we will be looking at a modern combat overhaul for Skyrim, featuring new combat mechanics, NPC behaviors, animations, and more. So let's get into it. First up is a mod called True Directional Movement, which I would consider essential for any modern mod list these days. The main feature of this mod is it allows you to move and attack in any direction, similar to other modern action RPG games. This is incredibly important if you enjoy playing Skyrim in third person. The other main feature is the lock-on ability, where you can lock onto a target in combat with melee weapons, ranged weapons, and even magic for better accuracy. This is particularly useful for controller users. It also has some other features, including improved mounted combat for horses and head tracking. All of these features are optional and can be adjusted from the in-game mod menu to your liking. This is just an all-round fantastic mod for all users of Skyrim. Next is a camera mod called SmoothCam that has also made third-person combat a lot more functional and enjoyable. Basically, it comes with a mod menu where you can adjust the settings of the third-person view and create your own camera with smooth transitions. But if you would rather have it done for you, there are a lot of great presets available to download. In fact, I have created a preset of my own if you would like the same camera settings as I use in my videos. The link will be in the description. Now with those two mods as a base, let's take a look at improving attack collisions with the mod called Precision. This mod improves the hitboxes of you and other NPCs so attacks are far more accurate, and it no longer feels as though you are swinging your weapon through fresh air. As a result, you will need to be more careful and precise with your attacks. This mod also has the added features of hit reactions, making NPCs react to your weapon swings, a hit stop function, which gives the camera a subtle shake to enhance the feeling of striking your opponent, and Recoil, where hitting a solid object will interrupt your attack and cause a recoil effect, designed to punish poor positioning. Again, this mod also comes with a mod menu where you can adjust all of the above features at your leisure. Also, if you are not aware, Precision was recently updated to version 2.0 that has fixed a few bugs. So if you uninstalled or didn't like the mod previously, I would recommend giving it another try. Now let's get into the meat of this combat overhaul with our main combat mod, Valhalla Combat. This mod completely reworks how stamina is managed in Skyrim. Now any light attack you perform that hits an enemy will regenerate stamina, but if you miss, it will cost stamina. This creates a more dynamic feel to combat, rewarding and encouraging an aggressive playstyle. You can now also enter a state of exhaustion when your stamina is completely depleted, causing you to only deal half damage, punishing you for missing or spamming heavy attacks. The other main feature of this mod is the implementation of timed blocking and projectile deflection. A timed block is when you manage to perform a block just before your opponent attacks. Performing a timed block will negate all incoming damage, and a perfect time block will instantly stagger your opponent, giving you the upper hand in combat. Projectiles can now also be blocked, but at the cost of magicka, and if you perform a timed block, the projectile will be deflected back at the attacker, dealing damage. The last feature from this mod is the addition of a stun system. Every actor now has a stun meter that depletes as you attack, block, or bash. Once fully depleted, the NPC will enter a vulnerable state indicated by the flashing red bar and allows you to perform an execution, immediately killing your opponent. This mod alone makes Skyrim combat a lot more enjoyable and puts it on par with other modern combat systems. Next is the mod called Attack, a modern combat overhaul. This mod implements new behaviors for a better third-person combat experience in Skyrim. Each attack you perform is now a commitment and your character will move forward as if you are putting all of your momentum behind each attack. This overhaul also allows you to perform combos and chain a series of attacks together to create a really unique combat experience. Each weapon has their own set of animations and attack combinations. The mod itself comes with a default animation pack called Elder Souls, but there are other animation packs available to download. In this video, however, I am using the default animations. If you are going to use this combat overhaul, it is also highly recommended to use the no recoil mod so your combos don't get interrupted. Otherwise you will have a very frustrating experience. To go alongside all of these new combat mods is a dodge mod. There are two dodge mods that I would recommend choosing from, called TK Dodge RE or DMCO. I personally use TK Dodge RE due to the animation replaces to choose from, for example this amazing Sorcerer version, but both work great. A dodge mod adds another dynamic to your combat and gives you options to avoid attacks, get away from large groups of enemies, or close the gap between you and a ranged opponent. Dodging also complements a lot of different playstyles and in general is just very fun to use. I highly recommend downloading one of these dodge mods. Next is a mod known as Smooth Moveset. This mod adds new animations for transitioning between non-combat idle and combat idle when your weapon is drawn. It does not replace any attack animations, so it can be used with other combat overhauls. It also adds new unique animations for when equipping or sheathing a weapon. Altogether, these animations make Skyrim combat a lot more smooth, with natural transitions between different combat situations, and really completes the whole package. Now with all these new combat mechanics, we also need to upgrade the NPCs. For this, we will be using Skyrim Combo AI Revolution, or SCAR, which provides the framework for NPCs in Skyrim to use combos and attacks that make sense. NPCs will now have better AI to help them perform varying attacks depending on certain combat conditions. You can also give NPCs different attack animations. For this video, I am using the Nordic animation pack that will be linked in the description as well. But SCAR does have default animations, so this is not required if you don't want to. To go alongside this mod, I also recommend using Enhanced Enemy AI, which further enhances the AI of NPCs. And lastly, we have a few quick mods that just add a little bit of flavor to combat. The first two are blood mods, called Enhanced Blood Textures and More Bloodshed. Together these mods enhance the detail and textures of blood, and increase the amount of blood present during combat. This creates a very visceral and deadly feel to your weapon swings, especially after battle when you notice all of the pools of blood lying around. And the final mod today is called Eviscerate, which redesigns all of the sounds made by weapons to be more realistic. Here is a short showcase. These new sounds include the swinging of your weapon, sheathing, bashing or blocking, and weapon impacts. It covers all of the weapon types, including bows and arrows and the melee weapons. This mod is of course optional, but adds a nice refreshing take to the sounds of combat for Skyrim. And just before I finish this video, I want to mention some requirements. The major requirements for an overhaul like this are the Nemesis engine, Animation Motion Revolution, Payload Interpreter, and Dynamic Animation Replacer. This last one is very important, as it currently does not work with the latest version of Anniversary Skyrim at the time of uploading this video anyway. So please double check you have all of the requirements before installing any of these mods. Otherwise, thanks a lot for watching. I hope this helped you overhaul your combat for Skyrim, and I will see you all again next time. Cheers.